Well, can you believe it? It's now 2 weeks away from the November election, and you are being bombarded, I don't have to tell you that, with a lot of political ads. With so many strong claims and accusations being made, the WHS 11 Verified team wants to separate fact from fiction so you have the correct information to cast your vote. Isaiah Kim Martinez is breaking down 2 ads, one targeting Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear and the other the Attorney General Daniel Cameron.
When the floods hit eastern Kentucky, we all made a promise.
We start with this campaign ad claiming Governor Andy Beshear brought more than $800 million in aid to western and eastern Kentucky during the tornado and flooding disasters. In a press release, his campaign said this, quote, "The Beshear administration has already secured over $1.2 billion in disaster relief, including $828 million for those impacted by western Kentucky tornadoes and $400 million for those impacted by the eastern Kentucky flooding," end quote. But is that huge number accurate? We went right to the source. First, we looked at the state funding from the Team Kentucky fundraisers, and we went straight to FEMA to see how much aid they chipped in to the state during these natural disasters. Here's what we found. Let's start with the community funds. You may remember Governor Beshear launched the Team Kentucky Relief Funds for both eastern and western Kentucky. Together, that adds up to $446 million from donations across the country. He also secured $412 million when he signed state aid funding for emergencies, or SAFE, acts into law. Another $152 million came from FEMA to help with housing, rebuilding costs, and individual aid. Add all this up and you have well over $1 billion. So we can verify, yes, Governor Andy Beshear did help bring more than $1 billion for disaster aid. Next, a claim targeting Attorney General Daniel Cameron.
To hear Daniel Cameron say that he's going to take away health care from 95,000 Kentuckians, these are people with jobs, working parents.
But did he say that? And is it true? We went right to the Kentucky Farm Bureau forum the ad is citing, where the Republican candidate spoke back in July. And we looked at Cameron's exact proposal to compare it to today's Medicaid requirements. This is what he actually said that day.
One of the first things I will do as governor is make sure, as it relates to able-bodied individuals, make sure that we apply with a waiver with CMS to make able-bodied participants' coverage contingent on work requirements here in the Commonwealth.
Cameron said he would seek federal permission to impose the Medicaid work requirement. Here's what that would do. He hopes to require able-bodied Kentuckians who are on Medicaid assistance to prove they have a job or are looking for one. Right now in Kentucky, more than 1.6 million people rely on Medicaid. Out of those people, 600,000 are able-bodied adults. And if the income requirements don't change under Cameron's proposal, then a family of 4 would have to earn less than $41,000 a year just to qualify. So we can safely say this claim needs more context.
Got a lot of ads out there, and according political action committees also pouring money into Kentucky. So Isaiah, let's reset the last 2 weeks to the election and get back to reality. We know that there is one overall issue. You're hearing about a lot of different issues. One is driving folks to get to the polls on Election Day.
Doug, you can see it in the ads themselves. Abortion is, of course, a huge topic here. We saw it with Amendment 2 just in a year ago. That was a big driver getting people out to the polls. Huge turnout there. Now both the Beshear and Cameron campaigns have flooded the airwaves with accusations, accusing each other of being extreme in their stances on abortion. Doug, of course, this could be another topic maybe for a future Verify another day.
That's right, and we have got more coming up. The Verify team is answering your questions as we get closer to Election Day. If you have a claim you want verified, send us a message. It's easy to do. Verify at WHS11.com.